Okay, here we go. Welcome back to A1 Hero. A1 Your Hero, and we're going to be talking about the nightmare that started a journey with lucid dreaming, astral projection, and the third eye, and meditation. So I had a dream about, basically I went to sleep, had a dream about I was on a spaceship, and on the spaceship on the floor was a bunch of sea foam and sand, and I could see all around me, and there was a silhouette of some aliens or entities, just like a black silhouette. I couldn't make out what they were. That's all I could see. Now, I also, so what happened was that in this dream I was being chased, and it was a nightmare because I feel like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't talk. I was trying to get away from this sand demon, or sand entity, but there was nowhere for me to go. It had eyes that was like this, okay, and it had two eyes like this about this big and this big, that just went up, okay, kind of like cartoonish. It had no bottom half, it had no legs, and it had sand falling off of it for arms. I mean, for hands. It had arms, it had a torso and shoulders. Now, what this thing did was it pretty much somehow I couldn't conjure up anything to fight it with. No swords, no flaming swords, no. I couldn't conjure up any of my dream abilities like flying or flight or any powers, or I couldn't and I didn't have I didn't have too much of my consciousness in the dream for me to even look around and see any exits for me to escape. But next thing I know, the sea foam grabs my legs and my arms, and it just suction cups me down onto the floor. And then the sand demon puts its chest on top of my chest, and it gets on top of me, and then it forms some type of anus, and it takes and then my clothes melt away, and then it takes my penis, and it takes its anus that it just created, and it put the two and two together, and then its anus created some type of suction action where it would suck the penis upward, and then it would jet propulsion it, and it would like jet propulsion it outward, and then it would suction cup it back in. It was like a suction, and I don't know. It's like a suction, but a jet propulsion at the same, like the suction jet propulsion. So that's what was happening. It did that about 10 times, and I was like, okay, this is freaking weird. So next thing I know, I felt my penis doing some type of pump action, and I was like, okay, that's weird. Why is it? What the hell? Why is it doing like it's pumping or something? So I was like, okay, so I don't know. I woke up, and then I got up, and I always sleep naked or whatever. So I got up, and then next thing I know, I felt you know some type of liquid or something like that. So I felt some liquid, and the liquid that came out was usually it was some sperm. So I was like, okay, so I guess I ejaculated. So then I was like, okay, that's real messed up. Like, that's a messed up nightmare to have. And so I went to my computer that I'm at now. I sat down, and then I could smell my molester who molested me uh, from started at 8 and then started again at age 12 and lasted to age 16. So that molester, I could smell his breath right here at this computer desk, and I could smell him, and he always smelled like M&Ms. And so it was terrible, because it was like, okay, that's a messed up dream. Like, I never had a dream like it was like that messed up. And so what I ended up doing, I got interested in lucid dreaming and astral projection and meditation, because with meditation, I wanted to be able to concentrate on uniting my conscious mind with my subconscious mind. So that way I'll be more aware of my dreams. And with lucid dreamings, I've lucid dreamed twice. Um, Once I did both. One of them I did with the reality check method, where you take your finger and you push it through your hand like that. And if it goes all the way through your hand, then that means you're dreaming. I did that. once, and the whole dream changed. It tried to attack me. It opened up a volcano, but I realized I was dreaming, so I just flew out of the volcano. There was trees and blades of grass that tried to attack me. The trees tried to grab me, but it didn't have. They was like winter trees. So I just threw like some type of rejuvenation beam at the tree, and the tree flourished into nice green leaves, and the grass was like blades of grass, and they were sticking up, like razors. And I took my hands, and I knew I wasn't going to get hurt by the razor blade grass. So it was like crabgrass, so the grass wasn't even green. So I took my fist and I slammed it down, and it shot off a big shock wave on all the grass, and all the crabgrass turned into nice lush green grass that stood up about a half an inch, or maybe a whole inch, tall, and it was lush and green. And then at the end of that lucid dream, I felt accomplished, and I felt like I had helped God do something by making the planet greener and flourish. So that's what I did. And my second lucid dream was when I just simply was walking around, and I realized that things wasn't as vivid like in waking life. So I realized I was dreaming, and the moment I realized I was dreaming, I realized all the different things I could do in a lucid dream. But then, right when I realized all those different things, I woke up. With astral projection, I've only astral projected twice, but not of my own free will, not consciously. I did it whenever I slept for 48 hours, and I came out of my body, and I was looking around. I had no idea of time and space didn't exist. I didn't even get tired. I wasn't affected from gravity. The other time, I was attacked by an unknown entity. I just call it demon because it's just the way I was raised with church. And I don't know what else to call it, because it's something that I can't see. I don't really know what it is. I can't actually see it. So it's an invisible entity. That's all I can say, because it choked me, slammed my head against the wall on the bunk bed when I lived with my dad, and I popped out of my body, and I was trying to wake everybody up, and it was so real. I was just like, there's no way nobody can hear me. I really believed that I was awake, until I couldn't wake up anybody, and I found it useless, so I decided to just go back to sleep. And then I saw my body laying there, and I just laid inside my body, and then I woke up like normal. So those were the times I astral projected not willingly. So this dream, this nightmare, I wanted to learn to meditate, to join my subconscious mind with my conscious mind, learn to lucid dream, so I can learn to be aware of my dreams, and be aware and be conscious of my dream state, and be conscious of the nightmare, so that I can be conscious of all the different abilities that I can do and use to combat these entities appearing in my dreams, making me do this messed up stuff. Okay, or old enemies' spirits, like my enemies' spirits attacking me in my dreams. I want to be able to fight them off. And third eye meditation. Oh no, opening up my third eye, still haven't been able to do it. So if I do that, a lot of people claim that they opened up their third eye and they saw demons. Okay, for them, they don't have the same life I do. They don't have the same problems and paranormal problems I've had and that I've been having, throughout my life. So for me, that will provide a relief. If I'm able to open up my third eye and actually see these demons see them for what they are, see them when they're around my friends, family, and me, and around my home, I will be able to have relief in my heart and relief in my mind, and and know when they're gone, because I won't be able to see them. And if I know I can see them, and in my dreams, I'll know I'll be able to have more control of my dreams. And with astral projection, I'll be able to come out of my body, and even if I see them there, I'll be able to beat them up, have all the different, and on astral plane, you can have all the different powers like in X-Men, or your favorite superhero, the Flash, turn into the Hulk and just straight beat the crap out of them demons and like get them out of your space. And that way you know that they are gone. Also with astral projection, it brings on a whole nother host of abilities, of psychic abilities. So that's basically what drove me towards lucid dreaming, getting interested in third eye and astral projection. All right, thank y'all.